evening, Bishop Harley Hawks. I am Tyree Walker, representing the Worldly Wolverines, and this is my co-host, Drew Lutz, representing the Victory Vikings, and this is the 2022 Christmas Carol Competition pre-show. We have a great roundup of panelists for you guys this year, and consisting of Gabby Reed, representing the Rosary Rhinos, Blake Wyatt, representing the Spring Phoenixes, Celeste Seibert, representing the Sacred Heart Lions, and Leo Garcia, representing the Aquinas Alligators. Now, Drew, why don't you give us some history on this great competition?
Thank you, Tyree. Great introduction, I must add. Sacred Heart, pretty dominant in the last 2 years of this competition, winning both of them. Aquinas is also not a team you want to look past, although because they have placed top 3 in the last 2 years. On to my prediction. I interviewed Victory, and they said they will be performing The Little Drummer Boy. They plan to differentiate themselves by doing some sort of a mix-up, maybe including multiple songs in their Christmas Carol, which I don't think it's something we've really seen before.
Yeah.
So that could be cool. I'm curious to see how that turns out. But although I like what Victory's doing and how they're trying to make themselves different, I'm gonna have to stick with my home house Sacred Heart. I think they're gonna three-peat. I think Miss Verity is too strong with all of her expertise in this area. Now, Tyree, what is your prediction?
You know, Drew, as much as I love the Worldly Wolverines, my prediction is that the Victory House Vikings are going to take the win this year. Primarily due to the Vikings having key players like Tyree Walker, Gabby Chalfant, and the gentle giant, Mr. Mike Krause. So I'm excited for the outcome of this year's competition. Now, Gabby, what's your prediction?
You know, I'd have to agree with you, Tyree. I really think that utilizing Miss Clutter is going to be a real game changer for Victory. However, I don't think that we should undermine Rosary House and all of the things that they're doing to really put themselves in this competition. Upon talking to some of the leaders in this house, they said they're going to try harmonizing the song, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And I think that's going to really put them in this competition. What do you, Blake?
Well, Gabby, I interviewed the Springs House, and I talked to some leaders of the group, and they are doing the first Noel, and they really want to make sure that they utilize every single mentor group, so nobody's not just standing around. But I'm gonna have to go with Drew. Sacred Heart, I think we're gonna sweep again this year. Miss Verity is just too good to be beat, and I think we got it in the bag. What are your thoughts, Celeste?
Thank you, Blake. As a rep with Sacred Heart, I think the odds are definitely in our favor, and I think that we can shine with Joy to the World. And if we stay consistent with our strengths, I think that we can pull out yet another win. So with all that, I think Sacred Heart is going to win this year with the 3-peat, like Drew said.
Go Lions!
Thank you. With Aquinas House, after interviewing Mr. Giesler, the band director of the school, this is the 3rd year working here. For 2 years, Aquinas House has been on the top 3. And I believe Mr. Giesler is going to be a great asset for this house carol competition. And personally, I believe that they might have a fair chance of winning this year as well with singing with Owen in the Major.
Well, guys, we have reached the conclusion of our 2022 Christmas Carol pre-show. So tune in on Friday for our Friday competition.
Thank you, guys!
See ya!
Go Lions!